Hello, I'm Sonny Snelling, and this is a FIFA 22 past and present special. And today I'm joined by Burton Albion's Michael Mancienne and Cameron Borthwick-Jackson. And we're going to be taking a little deep dive into their footballing careers so far. So, Michael, we'll start with you. What was it like breaking into the Chelsea team and making your debut for the club?
Got scouted for Chelsea when I was 8 years old. Obviously, coming up through the ranks, and then as a young boy, you have to go and ball boy the games and stuff, and just being able to go and watch and dream about one day hopefully playing on that pitch. It was massive for me and my family. It was a dream come true.
𝗍𝗵𝘆𝗶𝗴 might be watching, just a little warning, but who's the best manager you've played under?
I really like Mick McCarthy. He's a really good people manager, if you know what I mean. He treats every single player the exact same. Everyone had loads of respect for him. And I really enjoyed playing under 𝘍𝙚𝙚𝗍𝙚 as well. Just training every single day. He's the one that gave me my debut as well.
When you were at Chelsea, like in the youth setup, who were you looking up to? Like, was it John Terry, for example?
Yeah, John Terry massively. At the time, well, before JT, obviously it was 𝘪cie𝗍𝙚𝙚 and Frank Lampard. I used to obviously watch as a young boy. Then obviously I looked up to JT because obviously he was a young English lad that came through the ranks and broke into the first team. So yeah, I looked up to him more than anyone. This
is the big question. Who is the best player you've played with, and also who's the best player you've come up against? I mean, you've got Cameron sitting next to you there, so remember that.
To be honest, if it's played with, it's got to be a Chelsea player. It's probably Frank Lampard, because he was a disgrace, and this is the time when he was absolutely scoring for fun. Every time he shot, it went in. Hardest player played against Robin and Ribery, and they were a disgrace. They were so good. Every time they got the ball, they were just at our fullbacks, just constantly all game, and they were relentless. And it was they're probably two of the best players.
Moving forward, so in 2008, 𝗍𝗶𝘆𝗶𝗆 called you up to the England squad. What was he like?
He cracked a joke when I was standing next to Frank Lampard. He was like, Frank, think he's good enough? Frank was like, I don't know, you picked him. So I was just stood there like quiet, didn't say a word.
2011, you moved to Hamburg in the Bundesliga. What was the culture like in Germany? Was it a lot different to English football? How did you feel about the move?
Growing up as a kid, I always wanted to play abroad. Especially coming up through Chelsea, you used to see so many foreign lads come to the team, and I used to think, why don't English lads go and play abroad? And that kind of just stuck in my mind from a young lad.
So then, 2014, you go to Nottingham Forest, a very historic club in England. What was it like representing them?
Yeah, incredible. Forest is a sleeping giant, really. It should be at the top.
Now over to you, Cameron. What was it like playing for your boyhood club and making your debut?
Well, yeah, it was a dream come true. Obviously, all I ever wanted to do growing up as a Manchester United fan was to play for Manchester United. So yeah, it was a massive day for me and the family, and one that I'll cherish forever.
So when you go back to your childhood, who was your hero growing up? Who did you look up to?
I know being younger, my dad used to take me to a lot of games, but personally, the people who I looked up to is 𝘍𝙗𝗆 and 𝗍𝙗𝗆. Because obviously, from as long as I can remember, I played at left back and centre back. So to see them and how successful they were as players and as a team, it was brilliant times as a Manchester United fan. I think just seeing Sir Alex Ferguson around the place, like the presence that he has, just like, wow. And even when I was playing first team and that, Bobby Charlton used to come in the dressing room afterwards and he'd be like, but you incredible.
Bowing down to all these legends just coming in.
Yeah.
What was Fergie like though? You touched on it there. Like, what was he like? Did he give you any words of wisdom?
Yeah, amazing man. He used to know everyone's name. We were like 14, 15 at the time, knew everyone's name.
Wow.
Would ask how's your mum and dad, stuff like that. So as a man, top level.
So you obviously mentioned a manager there. Who's the best manager you've played under?
I'd say Van Gaal, for the fact he was a perfectionist, and obviously the fact that he gave me my opportunity. Every day in training, you demand perfection.
We're going back to the big question again. Who's the best player you've played with, and who's the best player you've faced?
Played with, I'd probably say Rooney, Carrick. The fact that they're just proper professionals, they know what it takes to win. You've done everything in the game effectively. In terms of playing against, I think that season I didn't really play against any out and out wingers, apart from when we played Chelsea and Willian put me on my backside. But yeah, I'd probably say Hazard, because that's when he was just coming into playing his best football. Yeah.
Now this is another big question as well. If you could play with any Manchester United player, past or present, who would it be, and why?
We say Cantona, his personality. Yeah.
What was it about Cantona then that you loved?
I think just everything, like you say, the king. You know, he came, he dominated, and he was a special player. That chip just sticks in my memory when I think about Cantona and the turnaround, the celebration. Oh yeah.
Are you going to bring that one then with the Burton collar? Just make sure when you.
I don't know if I get enough goals to be doing that.
Oh, you need to be pushing up that left wing. Just be like an advanced winger.
You're not wrong.
That's the celebration we're hoping for at some point this season. You just putting your collar up and just looking around like that.
If I get a goal, I'll pull it out for you.
That's nice. That's packed now. You've got to do it. So a big thank you to Burton players Michael Mancienne and Cameron Borthwick-Jackson. And if you've enjoyed this, please leave a comment down below. Don't forget to download the talkSPORT Edge app. And also thank you to the EFL and EA Sports.